Alright, so we'll be developing the first section of this particular website, which is this top banner with the content inside. So let's get into the code. So inside the CSS, have defined some classes that I'll be using. I included some fonts and I defined some width and some height. So you can equally do same. You can equally do same. So if we get in, we are going to say, let's define this as the top banner. So div the top banner. I will give it a background of BG. And I will give it style, and then would include a background image. So background image URL images slash promo.jpg. If we refresh this page, nothing is going to show because we don't have anything in there. So we are going to have, let's define this class, BG class. Let's define it. So that BG is going to be background, size of cover, background position of center, and then background repeat, no repeat. Then we are going to have inside, we are going to have header, and the header will take the logo and then the buttons. But first, let's put this inside a separate div. So let's cut it and then do this. Put this here, great. Okay. So inside here, inside this header, we have the logo and then we have the buttons, which is right over here, the menu icon and then the logo and then the two buttons. So as for the button, we are going to have like a button for sign up, and then this is going to be for login. And here we are going to have the menu icon. I'm using flat icons, although I have font awesome too, so you can use whichever one that you want. Um, right. So if we refresh, this is what we are seeing, but this doesn't look great. So let's style it. So first and foremost, let's style the head. The head. So the header, sorry. So the header will have display of flex and justify content space between. And then we are going to give padding top of let's say 15 pixels and then padding bottom of 15 pixels. 15 pixels. And then for the logo, what we may do is we may say logo, and we'll give it a width of 40%, for instance. We can choose to reduce. And then still inside the logo, we may do logo with the I, font size of let's say 1.2 m, for instance. And then we have the buttons. So we have buttons. Border none. And then we are going to have some padding. So 15 pixels. So now if I refresh my page, good, but this is too much. So let me reduce this to let's say 10, 15, 15, right? And also the icon, the menu icon, we are going to give some padding to, no, some margin actually. Margin right of let's say 15 pixels. Margin right of 15 pixels. Good. Alright, so currently this looks good, but then still inside the logo, we are going to define the logo class to be a display of flex that will justify before we justify anything, we may say the flex direction. Flex direction should be raw, and let's justify content. Center. Let's refresh and see. No. So we actually do not want to justify. We actually want to align. Sorry. Align items at center. Let's refresh. There you go. So this looks good, but we also need to color this up. So the buttons. Let me see. We have sign up and then. So I'll do. Margin left, let's say 10 pixels to give them a bit of spacing. Good. And then we set the border radius to let's say 5 pixels, and at the top I'll define the roots, right? Roots. And then let's set some color definition. So let me go back here and then grab this color. Sorry, I've forgotten the color, so let me grab it quickly. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so actually let's grab the entire of this. Let's grab everything from here. Let's put it there. Good, good, good. So now let's go back and let's define the color. So give it a background. Wait, let's come here and do button. The green should have background color of green. Let's refresh. Of course, I didn't include it, so I think the sign up, the login actually had the button of green. So let's give this a class of green. And if we refresh, there you go. I'll give it a color of white. And I'll set the font family to that. Let's refresh. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'll put the font family in the general bottom section so that I don't need to be repeating it. So we'll put it here. And this looks good. So let me refresh. Good. So all I have to do now is just include